Thank you everyone for being here. Welcome to the second day of this workshop on program verification. And we have today Madalina Erascu, thank you very much, with program verification, right?
Verification tools, yeah. Yeah, actually, good morning everyone, and thank you for being here. So my talk, it's not so much scientific, but more, how to say, administrative. I will give you an overview and some challenges I had during the time I was a working group leader, and maybe also based on your experience, we can discuss how we can make more appealing these cost actions for researchers. So not only using kind of funding from cost actions, but actually working together. So
because it's plugged.
Yeah, but I don't know. Can I plug it? Or maybe if I.
We run out of battery.
Yeah. Then yeah. Okay, so short recap from yesterday. One of the goals of the EuroProofNet project was to make program verification more effective and accessible, and this was related to the goals of working group 3. And as a group leader for 1 year, I organized in Timișoara a meeting. Basically, in order to prepare deliverables 5 and 6, but somehow I divided with Alicia the tasks, and I was more concentrated on deliverable 6. Aim was to compare the approaches used in software verification competition SVComp. So basically, this was what was written in the proposal. Okay, so what is SVComp? SVComp is an annual competition held in conjunction with ETAPS. ETAPS is a well-known and very prestigious conference in the formal methods. And actually, this competition is running for 13 years. I have some numbers. And there are a lot of tools competing there which try to solve different challenges, different verification properties, different kind of problems, and so on. So basically, during these 2 days of the meeting, we were trying to prepare this deliverable, and we wanted to know that this deliverable will be a wiki page online, okay? But okay, how should we compare these tools? And working in some working groups, we decided that the tool inventory will try to follow the following format, okay? And this might not be exhaustive. We saw that there are some pros and cons for this format, but somehow this made the job until now, at least we think so. So we were thinking that each tool should have provided the following information. What are the inputs which are supported? What properties can be verified? Then what are the tools' main techniques to solve? So what algorithms are they doing for solving the verification problem? Are there any external tools involved? So the backend, it's composed by compilers, SMT solvers, automated theorem provers, interactive theorem provers, and so on. Where is the tool available online? And is there some kind of canonical reference to the system description? Okay, and we thought that, okay, we will not only stick to the verification competition, okay, but where mainly functional properties are solved for certain programs. But we will extend also to termination competition, in which there are different tools that try to solve the problem of termination of programs for some types of programs. And also tools which provide complexity bounds for some programs. So this being said, okay, so just as I told you, the software verification competition, it's very prestigious, okay? And all these competitions, also termination competition, I don't know if there is any competition on complexity bounds. Do you know some competition which provides for programs some complexity bounds? No. So as far as we know, tools which deal with termination some of them might provide also complexity bounds, but we didn't reach that far to have them included. So all of us know that these competitions are nice because they provide a forum where the field can basically progress. There are a lot of benchmarks involved. Many of these benchmarks are also inspired by industrial case studies, okay? And yeah, it's basically this competition provide progress and collaboration in software verification. Okay, so we have here the list of tools. I will go online to show you. So how did we proceed in order to get this list and to provide all the information that was listed here? Okay, so basically, unless you have a student which can go on the report, so the software verification competition, basically each year has a report on the tools used and problems solved. But yeah, there are not so many details that are given there to solve this. And also you need people to go and check these papers and try to figure out what's happening there. So we thought that the best way is to, first of all, because some of the participants had developed tools, verification tools, we asked them to provide input to the wiki page, then ask friends of their friends to be possible contributors. But still, also in this case, we didn't have so many entries, okay? So then what I basically did, I took one of the reports from 2022, I guess, from the SVComp, and to all tool providers, I wrote them emails asking them to contribute to the wiki page. But I was not very successful, okay? Then I found out that there is a mailing list of SVComp, and I wrote to that mailing list. And actually, I got 2 or 3 more contributions, but also I got an interesting comment that, okay, these tools are already on Zenodo, and we are just doing copy pasting. But as far as I know, in Zenodo, the way that the tools are listed, they don't really provide this comparison thing. So please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So this was quite some work to be done, okay? And in the end, let me show you what we achieved. So we got, how do I, I think I have to unshare and share again, do you know? So in the end, we obtain a list of verification tools, including termination tools, with the information that was asked by us. Okay. Yeah, the list is not so large. And the next question will be, okay, we have this list of tools. Is it useful for everyone? For somebody, will it be useful for you? And we will get to this discussion in some minutes. But yeah, so this was one of the efforts that we did during the one of the deliverables of working group 3. So basically, this is similar to the list of challenges that has to be finished now. But I was somehow luckier because I had more time to talk with people. And actually, in some conferences, when I found out that some person is developing some tool, I bugged him or her, do you want to contribute to this initiative, and so on. Okay. Now, let's see some lessons that we learned. Okay, so maybe next time, oops. How can I do it full page? It's full page here. It's so difficult. I don't know, just simply disappeared. No, again. Okay, some lessons that we learn, and they might be useful for those who apply for cost projects, because I mean, to have a better outcome maybe, and maybe not just to say, okay, we will have a web page, but we will think something else in the future, okay? So what lessons have we learned? First of all, researchers have little time to contribute to some wiki page unless they see some benefits from it. I don't know, a joint paper, I know, visibility of this wiki page, I don't know, future collaborations in some projects, and so on. Okay. Now, what if, of course, most of the tools have different versions, and they develop their features, so you have to somehow maintain this entry, okay? And then maybe some solution will be to find a way to synchronize the wiki page with, I don't know, GitHub or Zenodo. We actually did not think of this when we did the list of tools. Now, okay, who will use the wiki page? You as a more experienced researchers, or your students? So when you see a list of tools, okay, you could look what kind of properties are to verified, or I don't know, what kind of programs are they verified, C programs, Java, are they imperative, are they parallel, and so on. And then it will be nice to have more than a wiki page, so a page which somehow lets you navigate by some of your criteria or categories, but then the question is, okay, which categories should we put there? So this is, again, something not easy from my point of view, okay? Now, okay, we have a wiki page. I don't know if 10% of the working group 3 members who are in the mailing list know about it, okay? So then how can we provide discovery for this resource, okay? Because, okay, we did it, is in isolation, nobody will use it, so how can we make it useful, okay? And one of the solutions maybe to link it to the persons who, I don't know, organize these competitions, or I don't know, maybe to have it appear in the first, when you Google it, to be in the first top 10, top 5 results in Google, depending on what are you searching for. So yeah, these are some challenges that, yeah, if solved, probably maybe verification will be more useful for some people, and it will also provide a framework for better collaboration, because otherwise we are all developing our tools, then we know 2-3 colleagues who are coming at the same conference with us. They know our tool, but I don't know, maybe somebody from another university is developing something, but his or her tool is not so well known because he or she doesn't travel too much, or he doesn't have sufficiently broad network. So one of my questions to you, and of course, please, if you have some input. So I presented here some of the work we have done. What do you think was wrong approach here, and what should you have done different? Okay, if you could say some words, or were you involved in this kind of initiatives? Do you know people who've done this? I mean, I have a list of initiatives, but I don't know all the people involved. So if you were involved, and how did you solve this kind of issue? If you have some experience, please. Because one of the goals of EuroProofNet was interoperability. I know that in working group 1, they developed a lot of things. It was a good network, but I don't know what happened in the other working groups. I'm somehow landed in this working group 3. I didn't propose this at the time of the proposal writing. So what have you done? What did you proceed differently that we did? Yes.
I can say something. I'm leading working group 1. So
okay. Working group 1?
No, well, first of all, I want to say, well, I think I want to applaud the effort that you're doing here, because I think this is very important work. And I think the reply that you got on the mailing list is very strange in a sense, because like having the things just in Zenodo and on individual GitHub pages, that's completely undiscoverable, while this actually makes it.
Actually, I don't think he even checked what I was asking from the contributors.
Okay, so I have a lot of different things I wanted to say. So one of them was, well, I think the only way that such a page can really make bigger impact is if you have some kind of at least buy-in or some help from the organizers of this competition, right? So here there is this competition, and I mean, you could also say it's a bit strange that they don't already have a list like this, because what's the point of the competition if not to highlight the different tools that are participating in it? But at least, yeah, if you have, like, if they on their website of the competition link to, oh, look, there's an overview of all the tools that have competed in the past, and you can look at it, then that's the place where people will look for it, right? So I think that's the one place you could link it. And then the other place is, I don't know if it's already linked from the EuroProofNet website.
It is, but only on the deliverable side. So maybe it should be more visible.
I mean, I think it can be, right?
I can talk with Frederic,
right. Because for working group 1, we also just have the list on the EuroProofNet site directly of, well, the list with all the tools that have been developed. And there's no external web page, it's just on the EuroProofNet website. I think, but actually there's not a lot of information about individual tools. So for example, it would be like you had the column for whether it's maintained or not. I think that would also be useful to have for the tools that were developed in working group 1, because there's a very long list, and many of them, well, for example, they were like built in the first year of the thing, and then were not really updated since then. So it's it's useful information to know. Maybe it makes, like, if you put it there, that it makes the list look less impressive. So maybe that's why we not put it there.
I see. Actually, I don't know if we were thinking of the column maintained, not maintained at the beginning, but I think somebody added it at some point, and we thought it's really nice.
I mean, or you could also have like the last update. Maybe. Then you need to update it regularly, of course. It's a bit more objective, I guess. But I think in general, I share the pain that you're feeling, that it's really hard. Like you have these deliverables, and we somehow need to deliver something, but we don't really get I mean, the action doesn't give us any money for
Yeah.
doing work. It only gives us
Yeah.
money for organizing events and for visiting places.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only thing where it kind of gives money is for the STSMs. So maybe, I mean, that's one way, right, to find someone who wants to write a survey paper about all these different tools, right? And then they do an STSM to one of the organizers of this competition, and then they write this together in a week or two.
But there are some reports in. I will tell you more about. So there are some reports, for example, on SVComp. Every year, Dirk Bayer, who is organizing mainly SVComp, he has every year a report. Yeah.
But I think in a sense, my biggest lesson from being the head of this working group 1 is also that, well, the next time we write a proposal like this, we should not include deliverables that actually that you cannot deliver with the money that you're asking for, because we're not getting money for paying someone's time, right? So then how can we then we're just trying to make people feel guilty enough until they finally do something for the deliverable. But
actually,
I think we should focus more our deliverables on actually the networking and increasing connections between groups, and less on delivering technical or things like this.
So I don't know if somebody asked precisely for a wiki page, but
No. I mean, it made sense, right? So that's why I started, right? It does make sense, and I think it's very good to have things like this, because there's so much work out there and so many different tools, and it's very hard for someone to make sense of it. It takes a lot of time.
Actually, it takes. So
but it's hard to get appreciation for it, or to get, I mean, even to get money to work or time to work on it, right?
And
it always feels like, oh yeah, you're just doing it out of charity or just as volunteering extra work.
And what is even more frustrating is that people doesn't answer. This is even worse. Anyway, so
I share your pain.
Actually, I mean, why should you do this if you don't have, after, as a researcher, you have other things to do, right?
I mean, that's why I said maybe so you could write a survey paper. But if it needs a lot more work, of course, but then it's actually recognized.
Contributors.
Why they should?
Why should they do it? Because
hopefully it increases their visibility. But
how? Because I didn't provide such a thing yet.
But that's a bit a chicken and egg problem, right? So if your wiki page provides some value, then more people will use it, and then it becomes more interesting for people to have their tool listed on it.
So this will be the next task to increase visibility.
I think so. Finding connection via the competition website is the main thing I would aim for.
Somebody else wants to add something. If not, I will move. I don't know how much time do I have. Yes?
Have you considered putting it on Wikipedia? I mean, that might be a way to get in the top 5.
No, but I was thinking about it because the termination competition, it has a Wikipedia page.
Right.
I found it.
That's actually.
Thanks. Maybe it's that. No, okay. How much time do I have?
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I think there are several other projects that have more or less the same goal or have provided similar resources.
Can you provide some?
I was thinking on last year, there was a meeting, a workshop in Dutch tool or in the Dutch center, I don't remember, about
can we talk afterwards, because I want to take also some notes if you have time.
Okay.
I will take, so this initiative started in 2023, okay? But I really want to learn because I found some similar initiatives, and I consulted ChatGPT for this, okay? He gave me this, but I think this is kind of fake because there is some text listed there, but when I press to see what is behind and the link to some tools, it's nothing. So I don't know what is happening there.
Maybe it's also generated by ChatGPT. Maybe the website is also generated by ChatGPT. No, maybe.
I have to think. Yeah, I will check it. Then is this initiative? I think it's by some students, so it has information on the GitHub, but again, it's just information gathered there, like overwhelming information. Then tool support for formal methods. This is old. It's maintained by the, so all initiative is maintained by the Formal Methods Europe, so the working group. But again, are just lists of automated theorem provers, model checkers, and so on. So it's just a list. Then I also found that Dirk Bayer made a GitHub page where he lists the tools from the SVComp, but actually his initiative came after he was giving a talk in our meeting. So I think this wiki page could be of interest to the community. So this is very nice, okay? So this is really reliable. He also has like a list of fields that are given by each tool. So what is important for each tool, like input, property to be verified, and so on. And a Wikipedia page for the termination tools, yeah. And I didn't know about open hardware verification, another GitHub page. Okay, and actually I made a Google form, and if you will have time to fill it out, if there are some questions regarding this kind of web page, where is if it's useful for you, you or your students will use it, and yeah, it's a questionnaire with open answer. So it's not really a questionnaire like yes, no. It's you have to take 5 or 10 minutes to fill it out. If you are on the working group 3 mailing list, you will get a message to fill it out if you have time. And yeah, that's it. If you have questions, comments.
Thank you very much. We already had some comments, but if you have any question or extra comment.
So I will be here the whole day, so I definitely will talk to you, and yeah, if the others have some input, I am really open to, because we have to learn something out of this effort, I guess. Okay.